So here's our patio project again, and just kind of wanted to show you what I'm doing through here. So there was a line of trees like that through here, and I didn't know about it, and the customer didn't understand the implications of it, and so it was never communicated to me. So all of the dirt was all full of essentially mulch all underneath here, and when wood rots and deteriorates, it shrinks about 12 to 1. So if you've got a foot deep of mulch, essentially the ground up trees, over a period of 7 to 10 years, it's going to reduce to 1 inch. So what I pride myself on is catching things like this. And if this patio, a 12-foot width, would have been built on top of that, as little as 5 years from now, you would get a crack right down the middle of the patio. And 10, 15 years down the road, this would be so degraded that the patio would have fallen right into the trench. So what I did here was I dug everything up, and it was about 12, 15 inches in some places. And I put in large stone at the base and then compacted it, and now now you can only do that in increments. It's got to be like maximum 6 inches, preferably about 4 inches deep. And so I spread the 2-inch out, and then on top of it I put the traffic bond, and what that does is it gets into all the nooks and crannies and locks the stone into place. And what this will provide is a very good foundation for the future patio. And then of course the whole thing is going to have traffic bond and then also compaction sand. And there are specific grades of sand that go underneath the patio block, so that when the patio block's compacted, it's on a solid base. And a lot of contractors aren't going to catch this stuff, and you'll end up eating the cost down the road. But it is very important to share this information with the contractor. I should have known that there was a line of trees here, and the homeowner didn't understand the importance of it, but that's why I'm sharing it with you. Okay, thanks.